Welcome to episode 52 of It's No Secret Podcast Live. We are your hosts, Sharis, Bianca Rose, and Teresa. It's our 1 year anniversary,
It's our 1 year
bitches.
anniversary. Oh my God.
I know.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
This is the longest relationship I've been in.
I was
Oh,
just thinking that.
baby. No, just kidding. Shout out to everyone who is already logged in and watching us live on our Instagram, our YouTube, and our Facebook. Really excited to have everybody today. It's going to be a very special episode. I'm excited to hear what these two are going to be saying throughout this show too today. As always, highly encourage participation for our listeners. If you guys want your comments displayed on screen, just don't forget that you do have to be watching us through Facebook or YouTube live. But for our Instagram watchers, we don't forget about you either. We will make sure to call out your comments throughout the show as well. Today, we're going to dangerously open the door to our listeners to allow them to ask us whatever the fuck they want for our 1 year anniversary. So if you are courageous enough to throw a question in the chats, we will be sure to address them throughout the episode, and we'll remind you guys throughout as well. But we always start with our highs and lows. So today will be no different. Shari, what was your low for the week?
I'm still dying.
You sound great.
At least we can hear you this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, still trying to fight whatever this is, but I'm back.
Back, bitches.
Yeah, we missed you.
I have my voice back a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't come in and out like it's been doing today. I was like, really, today? You want to start the in and out again? Like, I'm going through puberty. It's just not hot, but fingers crossed, I keep it.
Hope you got some cough drops next to you somewhere.
Yeah, just start sucking on something.
I just keep drinking. I'm like trying to keep my voice, my throat like moisturized, lubricated.
There's ways to do
There's
that.
ways.
There is, but I've been trying to keep some distance considering I'm sick. But just saying.
Fair enough. B, what was your low?
My low is gonna have to be what happened last week on air.
Aw.
Like, just because I don't know what happened. Usually, I work in IT, so I usually troubleshoot, and I couldn't figure it out. Like, I don't know what happened. We were fine, and then it wasn't. And live streaming, live problems.
Exactly.
But the good thing is that I was able to get on my phone, and I watched the video back. I looked so good on my iPhone camera instead of this one. I considered doing that today, and I'm like, it's fine. But yeah, the little mishap. I missed like the good parts of the show. I mean, I was there for some of it.
You were there for most of it.
I was there
Calm
for most
down.
of
No, just kidding.
What about you, T?
My low is that I'm going to revisit an oldie but goodie, but work is working my nerves.
That one.
Yes. I've felt so overworked for the last couple weeks, to be frank, and underpaid.
That. And I feel like that's been like the vibe overall. So it's not even just you. I mean, I felt like work was working too. And if we can get a poll going, it would be very alarming. And
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because like the holidays or what, but there's been a shift and it's been stressing everybody out. So
Agreed.
yeah.
Well, at least you guys haven't had to deal with throwing up children shitting in the hallways. Like, it's bugs going around and it's just a lot happening. I'm like, Jesus, please take the wheel here because
Yeah. I commend you.
I'm not here.
because-
I'm like, oh, that's happening. I'm going in this direction. I'm not dealing with none of them problems.
She's walking down the hall, just turns around.
Definitely. I hit the hallway and smelled that smell. I said, oh, what's that? Oh, that happened? I'm going to go back to my office.
Oh, man. Well, let's switch it up. We're going to get into our celebratory vibes now and switch to our highs. So what is your high, Shar?
That I'm back with you guys this week. I missed you.
I love being the highs.
Yes, it's exciting to be back. I was like, I cannot miss this episode at all. My body was trying to take me out, but no, I was like, absolutely not. I took last week off so I could be better for this week, and we're gonna thug it out. So yes, I'm super excited to do this episode with you guys, and it's just a great moment.
I did tell her
Love it.
before the show started, I said, thank you so much for being here, even though you felt like shit. Real quick, Jada Countessa on our YouTube said 1 year down, 10,000 to go.
I love a person who can dream big.
Dream big. And then she also said, not kids being sick in the hall.
It was shit all through the hall. I just was like, what?
There's shit everywhere.
There's shit
Literally.
everywhere.
You literally shit yourself, and it was diarrhea through the hallway. I was like,
Wow.
noted.
That's fucking gross.
And me, I wouldn't want to address the issue either. So if I saw it from the room, I would close my bedroom door, and all of a sudden I'm quarantined in my own room. That's y'all's problem to figure out.
Yeah, I was like, I want nothing. I walked past the janitor lady, and I was like, "Greeks, like, sir, you got to deal with that." But I'm gonna keep walking in this direction, outside preferably, where it doesn't smell, because this always smells really bad.
Gross. So
Yeah.
gross.
Super gross. But B, what's your high?
My high is that a few things happened. I had a busy ass fucking weekend. Yeah, Friday I tricked my one of my best friends into going to an optometrist appointment. So Merry Christmas to her. Look, if she knows, she'll probably chime in on this. But she needed her glasses. She's had glasses for like 12 years. And I'm pretty sure her mom was like practically begging her to get new ones. And surprise, surprise, her vision's changed. But I had tricked her into saying, like, we're going to go get plants. And I drove past the plant store and took her to an optometrist appointment. And
That's
then
a
I
good
went to a
friend.
gamble on Saturday. Yeah, I went to Kickapoo, and then Sunday my niece turned 2, so that was a birthday party. I am not redhead anymore,
Which is
so
so strange.
so much shit has happened over the weekend. It was a lot,
Yeah.
but all good things.
Oh, good.
My sister, I asked her, I'm like, what do you think of the hair? And she's like, honestly, you kind of look like a bitch. And I was like,
This hair is giving relationship vibes.
It is.
oh, is it?
Mhm.
New year, new B.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
It is. It's giving bitch, I'm growing up.
They keep saying that, you'll know that someone's going through something when they have red hair. So
Yeah,
this
that's
might be an
okay. Got rid
indication
of
that
the
I'm getting
red hair.
better.
Okay. Real quick, just to catch us up, Danielle on our Facebook said, "Happy anniversary, beauties!" Thank you,
Aw,
Danielle.
thank you.
Jada Countessa said she was kidnapped. So,
Mhm. She
and
was
then
kidnapped.
Unk is in the chat. He said, "Hello,
Oh.
ladies. We missed you last week, Unk."
He's too busy.
He
Too
has been busy.
But everyone's joining us for our 1-year anniversary, so I'm so excited.
All the regulars are here.
Yeah.
Except Michelle.
Big
Somebody
old
call
ball.
Michelle. No, I'm just kidding. No, somebody call Michelle.
What about you two? What was your high for the week?
My high for the week, believe it or not, was the anticipation for this episode because it's the 1 year mark. To be honest with you guys, I feel like this year fucking flew by.
Definitely did.
And I decided that, you know how we do Wednesday to Wednesday highs and lows?
Yeah.
Well, now my years are going to be December 11th is tomorrow's technically our 1 year anniversary, but it's going to be December 11th to December 11th. So I need to start thinking about what my new year, new me goals are. No, just kidding.
Gosh. We'll talk about that.
Next week, you got to be a whole new person.
Yes, I got to be a whole new person next week. I might chop my hair off.
I was literally just going to say that. So she's going to come back with her hair chopped off.
You never know. And I tend to do it myself. So she's
really foreshadowing. She's saying, don't be surprised.
I'll have a conversation with her Friday night and she's looking like this. I'll call her Saturday morning and be like, bitch, what the fuck just happened? Like, your hair is short.
I'll be like, I got bored.
Do you remember when I put the phone down? I did it then.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's good for it.
All right. So it is our 1 year anniversary. So I'm going to throw our little banner here at the bottom. We're going to keep that going throughout the show. And then we are going to share our chat as well, like we have been for the last couple episodes. Unc said he was playing darts.
Mom's
And-
in the chat too. She said happy anniversary.
Yay!
Wait a minute. I need to
Danielle, my high was finding out that tequila and Dr. Pepper slaps. What kind of tequila? Because I'm into that.
because I was just like, wait, we need to call that out because I need to know what that
Yeah.
tastes like.
Yeah, give me the recommendations. What tequila? Was it silver, gold? What are we using?
I'm excited for this, Bob. No, it's got to be Blanco tequila Blanco, right? Oh, another happy anniversary. Oh, thank you.
Aw.
Yeah, it's got to be tequila Blanco, right? With Dr. Pepper? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Even on
It's
TikTok.
gotta be
It's
silver,
gotta be silver tequila.
We're on
You
the
can't
same
mess with the
wavelength.
color.
Yes.
Are y'all drinking anything tonight?
I have my handy dandy mug of water. I did not drink a lot of water today, so I'm trying to catch up because the bitch is old.
When your body gets dehydrated, it starts to do weird things.
It does.
Just drinking juice to keep this throat
Trying
together.
to coat the throat.
Yes.
Coat the throat.
Well,
about
my
you,
work was
B?
working, so Crown and Apple and Coke.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, look, Becky Flowers. I'm toasting to y'all. Cheers.
Yay, cheers. I don't have an actual drink, but cheers. I should have
But-
done at least a shot. We did
But
a
we all
shot
do
in
have
our first
something else to
episode.
celebrate.
Huh?
I said we all do have something else to celebrate.
We do. What do we have to celebrate?
Our sweet treat. Our birthday
Oh,
cake.
yes. That'll be at the end.
Everyone
All right.
stay. You got to stay for the whole episode because we're all going to sing happy birthday. And I'm
And-
going to know if just 3 of us are singing it. I'm going to feel
Yes.
it.
Exactly. If I don't see chats coming in of people singing the happy birthday song when we're singing, I'm going to be mad. So please stick around.
So everyone has to stay for the whole episode.
Yes.
All right. So for our 1-year anniversary, we obviously have to reminisce a little bit on the year. And so I put a couple kind of categories together for us to vote on. Obviously, the listeners need to vote on these categories with us so that we can hear what their thoughts are on each one of these categories. So we're going to start with our very first one. And the first category is what is the most memorable moment for you guys from It's No Secret podcast for the last year. I'm going to start
Go first.
with, I can go first. I don't mind. If you guys don't mind stealing it, because it's a really good one.
I know. I was torn between 2, but I got a feeling somebody's gonna say one of them. So I'm like,
I did have 2, so I'm curious.
I have 2 as well, but I'm going to go with the one that I was going to pick first. And I have to pick this as the most memorable moment. It was in episode 7 when Bianca talked about her graveyard.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was one for all of us.
I'm sorry. But the graveyard was priceless. People at work that watched that episode.
People
still
at work
talk
who
about
I
the
didn't
graveyard.
realize watched it were commenting about that.
Yes.
Like
Oh,
we're
boy.
talking high leadership's call, like coming up and approaching, talking about like,
Yes.
So what am I in your phone? Like,
Yes. We're talking about executive directors at work. We're asking Bianca if they were in her graveyard. Unc said he got recognized as Unc.
like, aw,
That was
That's
pretty early
honorary.
on. Jada Countessa said, Shari's face when y'all asked her a question that caused me to fall off the treadmill.
What's that?
see, sorry, you kind of made a comment earlier saying like, I
About
gotta
my
fix
face.
my face. You don't got to. You don't have to.
All
That's
right.
raw, baby.
Shari, what did you have as your most memorable moment aside from the graveyard since we all
Yes,
agreed on
she
that
called
one?
that out. My other one was when Little Miss Nay, when I made the comment of pregnant, alive, and well, and she was like cracking up at that in the comments. That was like so epic. 'Cause, yeah, that was definitely a moment.
Yes. Somebody needs to tag her to get her back into chat because
Right.
she was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. The participation from the viewers. Y'all are really the most funniest because we can spin off each other all day, but it's y'all.
Seriously, they make the show. They
Yeah.
really do. And so thank y'all for showing up every single week. B, what was your
Well,
most
Tori's
memorable
took mine
moment?
because that alive and well and pregnant. I'm like pinning that for my announcement like years down the line. I'm gonna use that.
Alive
One day I'm just
and
gonna
well.
stand up and have a belly, and it's like,
I
You
told
guys want to know what my number 2 was?
what was your number 2?
It was from episode 11 when I asked you ladies to share your insecurities, and Shari talked about Tina the talking tummy. Oh, look, Becky said, "Did y'all ever find out who Bianca ghosted?"
Oh my god, we're gonna have to talk about that. Can we? We're gonna have to address that.
Yes, we are.
It's fine now because they also ghosted this show, so I think we're safe to talk about it.
Yeah,
Unless they make a surprise guest, then wow.
I know. Then welcome back. You know,
Welcome back, baby.
did we ever find out? Not exactly, but we've got a couple ideas.
Mhm.
Yeah. Let's move on to some other questions that we wanted to talk, because one of those questions were like, we've had some controversial thoughts, some conversations, and again, a lot of the times the viewers themselves commented and gave some thoughts that we didn't always agree on. So my question to y'all is there a memorable like moment, topic, person that said something controversial? What's jumping out at y'all?
That was literally one of my categories, was most controversial listener.
Yeah, because we've had a lot of participation over the years.
We
Some
have.
regulars, some that pop in and out, but
We
there were
have.
some
And
controversials.
so initially I wanted to say Shisui because, I mean, for obvious reasons, but then I redacted that when I really thought about it. And I have to say that it was a tie between Nikita and Gabe for me, because they were in the comments going in on Shisui. Okay. So, and if y'all missed the comments in that episode, I truly apologize because we were not putting them on the screen. So they are not recorded. Thank God. But
A lot of facial expressions happening.
yeah,
There was,
So
like,
people were reading them.
yeah, it's so hard. If we're not sharing them with you guys, we're still seeing the comments as they come in from, behind the scenes. And so we're trying to hold conversation with y'all while looking at the comments off to the side. And some shit that's going on the side that we don't get to display all the time, we're just like, well, I have a point, but I don't want to miss this. This right here is getting good.
the real fun's happening over here in the
It
chat.
was a real beef happening in the chat, like real life.
So
Yeah.
like I think that's one thing that, and I'm sorry, I'm going tangent, but we got to start displaying the comments because I want to see, our reactions, or, they should see why we're reacting the way that we're reacting.
That part. Yes, because the comments don't come in like right away. Like there's a little bit of a delay. So like sometimes our reactions are a little later than what we're actually saying. So yes, love having this up there because it does help. All right. So I said who I thought my most controversial listener was. Who do you guys choose?
I'm gonna have to go with Shisui because there were some topics that we had talked about, like two memorable things. One, when the episode of Book Smart versus Street Smart, where they were like, I think people who say they're street smart are just stupid or too stupid to go to college or something like that. It was like really cutting it down, and it's like, you're not reading the room because we're all admitting that most of us didn't go to college, and clearly we're all successful in some way.
Right.
So I think that one was good. The other controversial moment was from Shisui again, when they're saying that you couldn't be friends with coworkers, but they sleep with the coworkers and meet their husbands too. For being high and mighty, that's some low level shit.
Yeah. They were a little all over the place.
Yeah. But I mean, I think like I think we're all in agreement on that one. Like that person was definitely it. But I think it was all a facade.
Yeah.
That was their time to be somebody that they weren't. So yeah.
And kudos to them.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean,
Because
you
you
can.
helped.
Yeah, they gave different points of views. They gave us something to finally, agree to disagree or even completely disagree on. So they definitely brought some different thoughts and viewpoints, and it was a little fun to gang up on them. It's like,
It was.
community.
It was.
That's what we're here for.
It was nice to see how like our regulars just have our back though. Like
Yeah.
everyone was
Yeah.
protecting Bianca that day.
I've been had to been protected quite a few episodes.
Yes.
So
And
thank
we
you
will
guys.
continue to do it. So back the fuck up. All right. Next category. Most emotional episode for you.
I would probably have to say the Dia de los Muertos for me was probably
Oh.
the most emotional. I think we were just all kind of, you know, having that moment, like to talk about people that, have left an impact. And it just brought back like a lot of emotions and memories
Mm.
for sure.
Yeah, that one had me really dig deep. For something I said things for the first time out loud that I didn't realize, but doing that episode, I was able to put into words. So that was a really good episode.
Yeah.
What
So
about
would
you,
you
T?
agree that that was your most emotional episode too, B?
No, actually,
okay.
mine was I believe it was episode 2 or 3, and that was on friendships. That was like one of the first times that I I don't know if I almost cried on camera or if I did, but just talking
Oh.
about the
Mhm.
importance and value of friendships because, that's all I had and have experienced. That friendships do mean a lot to me. So I still stand by what I say, but it was the first time that it was one of the first episodes where I realized that shit, this podcast is going to be deep. It's going to hit some nerves. And it is going to become that therapy. So it was one of the first episodes that made me realize that.
That's
What about
awesome
you?
that it was early on. For
Yeah.
me, it was actually episode 26, which was our Bring on the Daddies episode for Father's Day. We had my husband, Gabe, as a guest host, and he got super emotional and actually cried on camera, which is not something that my husband does. So, like, that for me was emotional in multiple ways because obviously he's my husband, right?
Mhm.
And I know his story, but to like see him be able to come on here with us in a public platform and be as vulnerable as he was being was just like a beautiful moment to me, even though it was like difficult for him. Like, it was just, yeah, it was a lot going through my mind as I was watching that day.
Yeah, I think that was really good because having him come in, I mean, if anyone has seen, Teresa's husband in person, he is a giant.
Giant.
And to see the gentle giant come out and kind of reinforce that this is that community, this is what we're here for. It is a safe space for not just women to cry, but this is something that men can be vulnerable to because it gives us that perspective.
Yes.
I really liked having Gabe on here.
I did too, especially talking about what he was talking about. I feel like it weighed heavy on him, and so he needed that moment.
He had to have his therapy session.
That's
Mhm.
right. That's
For
right.
free, baby. For free.
Unk agrees with you on your episode, Bianca.
On
And
friendship.
Jada Countessa said, I remember logging in from Portugal to cry with y'all.
God. Thank you for the commitment, honestly,
Yeah.
because that's a time difference. Like you were up at like 2 in the morning while we were
Yeah.
doing this. So thank you. That was committing.
Yeah. Victoria on our Facebook said, I just got to say, I've been MIA from watching live for a while, and y'all are glowing these days. Oh, thank you, Vicky.
Thank you.
You are beautiful and smart.
Women in STEM, baby.
That's right. All right. Next category. Who do you guys believe is the host with the most growth over the last year of the podcast? Between Shari, Bianca, and myself.
Okay, before we answer, I just want to reiterate, viewers, y'all are kind of already doing it, but if y'all also have questions that you want to ask us in the comments. We can do it. We can answer here. It's displayed for everyone to see, so we can't ignore it. It's no secret here on this end. The comments are live.
The comments are no secret now.
Yep, it's unfiltered. So y'all go ahead and ask questions too.
Yes. All right. So, host with the most growth over the last year.
I nominate Shari's.
I do too. Yes.
Just from like episode 1 to now, you've opened up so much.
So,
And there's been times like there's hesitation, but the fact that you want to, and that hesitation is like it's guarded, but you're like, no, but I want to fight through it. And so, more so this latter half of the year, you've really been opening up. And I mean, I've gotten to know you more. I'm sure the viewers have seen such a big difference too. So I notice it.
I will say, so like as the person who's known her for a long time now, it is difficult to introduce new people to Shari because she don't do new friends. So being kind of thrown into this threesome that we have going on here, and she was very guarded at first because she didn't know Bianca. So backstory, right?
Yeah.
Like she didn't know Bianca. So she's literally like these two are literally getting to know each other as you guys are getting to know us
like live.
in full time, okay? And so like she was very guarded at the beginning and she was holding back on some of her opinions and not really letting people in. And now I'll refer back to our game days, dig deeper, right? So like I definitely nominate Shari for biggest growth for sure.
Jada Contessa is saying same. I love how much you've grown in trusting us with your life. Little trust fall moment.
Shari, would you agree or do you have a different nomination?
Yeah, I guess I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that just even in like some of the things like I would normally engage in or like say, like we said, there's a lot going on in the chats, right? And normally I would like jump straight to that because like, ooh, it's juicy and like, ooh, I want to talk about this instead of what we're talking about. But like I've definitely just changed.
Yeah, for sure.
I love it. Jada said we stand a trust but verify queen.
Yes. All right, next category. Most enlightening episode for each of you.
Enlightening?
Yes, like it was enlightening to you. It gave you some perspective on yourself.
Let me see. Well, do you want to go first?
Sure. I will go first. So for me, it was episode 29, which was our burnout episode. Shari actually wasn't on that episode. Nikita was one of our guest hosts for that particular one. But that show was super enlightening for me because I didn't realize how burnt out I was until we actually started talking about burnouts. And I was like mentally, as we were talking about, like, what's considered a burnout and what's this and what's that? I'm like, oh, check.
It's like, is this fucking play about us? Like,
I'm starting to feel attacked. Yeah. No, so it was definitely that for me. What about you guys?
For me, it was. Gee, you've been doing so good with doing the episode numbers. I just know the titles. I just know the topics that we did.
Somebody had time on their hands today.
Yeah, it's like she wrote down the number. She went above and beyond.
Thanks, guys.
But that's good because everyone, if y'all are listening, y'all can refer to those episodes and rewatch them.
Yes, go watch them on YouTube.
But for me, it was the episodes of learning the love languages.
Oh.
Because I think all of us had different types of love languages. And we highlighted something about like the way that we show love is not the same way that we interpret love. So those could be different things. And that was something that made me realize that I need to look outwards and how to appreciate my friends and families a little bit more. It's like I know how I show love, but how are you going to know and feel loved by me? Those are different, and those are kind of custom to your relationship. So it gave me that perspective.
Oh, that's a good one.
Thanks.
What about you, Shar?
I think for me it was the episode when we had the guest Jessica on our show. It was just like that episode for me was like everything I needed to hear in the moment. Like
Mm.
it gave me that confirmation of like reminding myself of who I am, what I'm made of, what I'm capable of, like, and just how much more I wanted for myself. Like it just gave me that powerful speech in the moment that I needed it the most. So for me, it had to be that episode.
Nice.
Yeah, shout out to Jessica White, East on Rodeo. She was one of our guests back in June, I believe.
Yep,
Um,
episode 31.
Thank you. She's been in clutch. I love it.
You're welcome.
But yeah, we've had a lot of good guests. But I remember post live, because I mean, if y'all don't know, we actually stay online even after we come off air, and we have these types of conversations. And that episode truly did hit something deep that it was reassuring, and that was she was a great guest.
She was. She was. And it's just nice to see a woman who's just following her dreams and was able to switch careers like that because that's some scary shit. So,
Mhm.
Mhm.
which actually leads me to my next category, favorite guest moment.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let's highlight Countessa Friendship Community episode. I did go back and formally communicate things that I didn't want to possibly be misunderstood. I love
Mm.
it. Apply the knowledge, whatever you learn, but don't say that we told you so. Just do it.
And no, and to her point, she actually told me like at one point, because of your episode, I thought about it and I realized that I wasn't being as communicative as I should be. And I was like, oh, okay, people listen. Okay. Yeah. Unk says he wants to be on live on a day for like 5 minutes. It's going to be for more than 5 minutes.
It's going to be for the whole episode. You got to commit to the whole thing.
Yeah.
So,
Don't you
y'all,
worry.
we need to have more guests on because I
Trust
think
me,
guests.
the hour goes by very fast.
Very
Mhm.
fast. All right. So, favorite guest moment. What do you guys have?
I think for me, the episode with Rod, I think the energy was like totally different. It was a vibe. He's just a clown as always. And you know, he's been a long time friend of ours, so I think it was
Yeah.
just good to have him and his energy and know that he's back in the game, you know, doing his thing. Like it was just nice. It was just nice to see all that come together again because he's from our past
Yeah.
shows.
He is. Yeah. Yeah. What about you, B?
Mine would have to be Peanut, and that's because we did the episode on situationships, and I felt like a journalist. Like I'm going to ask you the questions because I don't know you, so I'm ready. I'm writing this down. Whatever you're saying, I'm writing it down.
Yeah.
I think that, but also Nikita's been on a few episodes, and we don't consider her a guest. We actually
We
consider her
don't.
a co-host, a guest co-host. So that I kind of left her out on purpose because she has that special placeholder of our show. So I still want to shout her out because every time that she's on, she has really good insights to things, and sometimes it kind of reminds me or reinforces me what I think or kind of encourages me just because it's coming from someone else and I don't feel so alone. And sometimes she just puts things into words way better than I ever could. So she's a neck and neck. She's tied. But I consider her a co-host rather than a special guest.
And she shows up for us even in the chats in multiple platforms at times. And while she's on vacation. So yes, definitely shout out to the recurring character as she just commented. For me though, I definitely have to go back to episode 24 with Rod. I think for me, just seeing him get his flowers for something he did 15 years ago that inspired him to like you know what, give his artistry a shot again
Mm.
was just a very full circle moment. And then, like, if you didn't watch episode 24 with Rod, please go back and watch it because he's actually one of the reasons I got into podcasting 14 years ago. And so, like, it just was a very full circle moment for me to get to finally share the story of how I got into all the podcasting with the person that made it kind of happen for me. So, yeah, I'll definitely never forget sharing that story with Rod on this show.
I love that.
Yeah.
I like how y'all were able to bring bits and pieces from the past and kind of integrate it with now's episode. So it stays relevant. It stays, like we're gonna give those flowers. We're gonna give that spotlight. We're gonna share it with other people, and just meeting some of the people from y'all's previous podcasts. I think that's really cool.
Girl, you haven't even met like half the cast yet. There was a lot of people in the first rendition of Peaches and Cream. So yeah, one day we'll get them all through here. Next category, favorite episode overall.
I'll go. Live show. I will have to say our first show. Our
Why?
first show was my favorite, just simply because I think we were all very nervous going into it, and like we just like jumped in it and did it, and then it was like, oh, that wasn't that bad. I remember having the conversation after, like, oh, that really went by really quick, and like, okay, I got this because like that was easy, and like, I think just like having that memory, like, can't believe that that was a year ago.
I know.
I'm really old, but yeah, that was my favorite show because it kind of just brought us back.
Yeah.
That
What
was so
about you?
nerve-wracking.
It
Ironically,
was.
I have to agree with Shari. That's actually what I wrote down as my favorite episode too. Like, even listening back to it, I'm like, oh my God, Teresa, you did so bad. You were so nervous. Like, but it's like it had been 3 years, I think, since my previous podcast when we started again. And so yeah, like there was a lot of nerves, but it was like a lot of excitement too. And like
Mm.
there was just so many what ifs and like, I wonder if this dynamic is gonna work. And are people even gonna fucking watch our first episode? And believe it or not, our first episode has the most views out of any of our episodes. And so like, yeah, that was the one for me so far.
Yeah, I think with that first episode, y'all had the experience of being on camera on previous podcasts, but this was my first time, and
Mhm.
that was nerve-wracking to me because I felt very vulnerable and exposed, and that made me so nervous.
Aw.
Now, halfway through, I was getting roasted, ghosted, and everything. And now look at me. And look at us, still
Yeah,
standing.
look at us still was that your favorite episode to be?
My episode has to be one of the game nights.
Okay.
It was
Ooh.
the
That leads me into favorite game night.
okay.
Just take it
Well,
away. Go ahead.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, so that mine favorite game night was the most likely to.
Episode 33.
Thank you.
What would we
Um,
do without you?
It was the most likely to, only because there was so much participation, and I learned a lot about me and a lot of perceptions of me, and I think y'all felt the same way too. So I feel like that was kind of like that pop quiz of our community of how well are we getting to know each other, how well our viewers are getting to know us. Um, it was just fun. It was a good game night.
Shari, what about you?
The same. I really think, like, I remember my face hurting after that episode. Like, I think I laughed so much, and like it was nice to see like a lot of categories we actually agreed on.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was like nice to have that consensus. But yeah, that was for sure my favorite.
It's unanimous then, because that was my favorite game night
Yes.
episode too, was most likely to. So we definitely got to play it again at some point.
Yeah,
But I
definitely.
have to say, like, there was a moment in the episode where Bianca was trying to defend herself from us picking her, but she had picked herself too. And
I said, I
so
agree, but why are y'all agreeing with me?
exactly. So yeah, that
Yes.
was definitely my favorite
And I
game.
like that. Give me a chance to keep talking, and I'm going to prove myself right if or wrong. Like I'm gonna like sway and end up agreeing with y'all. Like, I talk way too much. Somebody stop me or
This
don't.
is why this is perfect for you. All
But
right,
no,
so
what,
we're gonna
do
get
y'all have
into
a least favorite game night? Because
oh,
I'll tell you mine, and mine. I'm
I know
hoping it
what
might
both
be
of you guys are
unanimous.
gonna
We
say.
we can agree on the same.
Yeah, that fucking no Savo game. Fuck
No, it's
Spanish.
called Yo Sabo, but you were no Sabo.
I was a no
No
Savo. I'm
Sabo.
still a no Savo.
That was one of my favorites. It was great.
That was
No,
embarrassing.
that was horrible.
And yeah, and Jade Cousins said, and your mom picking you too. Yep.
I felt attacked those game nights,
You
but I'm
felt
willing to do
attacked
it
a
again.
lot.
What was that?
I said she's felt attacked a lot.
She has. She has. She's done a lot of self-reflection because of these
And yeah,
attacks.
I've been attacked and I've been defended, so I can't complain. And this is why I keep doing it.
Fuzzy Buddy said that No Sabo was his favorite. Yeah.
Haters. Y'all just
Woo.
want to see us fail.
I'm about to be like, ¿Cómo se dice? No, just kidding.
Never.
Absolutely not.
All right, so now we're going to do a little self-reflection on the year. So again, this is where we're going to turn to our listeners and ask them to ask us questions. So any questions you guys want to ask us about the last year of us podcasting, please throw it in the chat. We will make sure to answer them for you. But I'm going to go ahead and kick us off and ask, what has this last year of this podcast taught you about yourself? I'm going to start with Bianca this time because she hasn't gone first on anything yet.
Are you sure?
No.
Are you sure?
You were the
All
least
right,
to go
fine.
first.
All right, fine. Something that what was the question?
Something that the podcast has taught you about yourself.
That I can take hits. No, I think, well,
That's
jokingly,
valid.
but no, it's actually
Very
right.
valid.
Over the few episodes that I did feel attacked, I've been able to kind of muster through. I've acknowledged a lot of the things too. So I think I've learned how to acknowledge the mistakes and the things that are not good. But I've also learned to acknowledge the wins and the highs. So I've been humbled and I've been prideful.
Fair enough. Shari, what about you?
I would say this year has taught me that it's okay to be my authentic self.
Mm.
And not like that I struggle with that, but to the outside, I think I do. I don't like to let people in, obviously. But I think like that it's okay. Like who I am is okay, and there are gonna be people that love it. There's gonna be people that hate it, and I'm okay with that.
Yep.
Like I'm totally fine with that. I'm not supposed to be everybody's cup of tea, or tequila shot, but yeah. So I think it's just really taught me to like just live in my truth and be who I am.
That's beautiful.
See, growth.
Growth, baby.
I'm just black over here. It's
It
okay.
is just
What about you, T?
for me, I think this podcast has taught me, because I don't know if I've shared this on the show before, but I always listen back to the last episode. That's how I critique myself. That's how I tell myself what I can improve and things like that. So I'm like very aware of everything that we've said throughout these last 52 weeks. And I think what I've learned about myself is that, like, man, protecting my peace right now is everything to me. I feel like there's been like at least a good 20 episodes where I've mentioned something about peace and how much that's needed and things like that. So realizing the importance of that for me makes me want to protect it even more. And
Mm.
so that's been kind of my aha for the last year here. We do have some questions in the chat. So we can address the first one from Jaded Countessa on our YouTube. She said, "Is there a topic you wish you would have covered?" Yes. I think we have a whole fucking list of them, actually.
I was gonna say, it's not like we're leaving. We still have time. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I think one that I really, really am looking forward to covering at some point is women's health, and
Oh,
hopefully having someone even at some point that can come and talk to us like a professional about some of that stuff so that we can all learn together. But that's just like a personal one. I think for the show and for our listeners, I
mm.
really want to dive into relationships a bit more at some point, um, and really dig deep, because I think that a lot of the initial relationship conversations that we had in our earlier episodes were a little more surface level than they could be.
Yeah, I'm actually going to agree with you because I think the topic of relationships definitely was like just surface level. And being as how at the time there's not a lot of experience to relate. So, I mean, if you've watched some of our earlier episodes, we've all come from different backgrounds. So I think as time passes, we can cover topics again and have different experiences and opinions on it. So it's not even that it's not that we didn't cover it. It's just we maybe covered it one way and learned, grow, something's changed, or just have a new opinion about it. Or stick to your fucking guns. I don't know.
Amen. Amen.
We'll agree to that one.
Yep. Shar, what about you?
I mean, I wouldn't like say I've wanted to like change the topic that we've talked about. I think what we've talked about was good for our first year, but I think we just need to level up for next year and, like you said, dig deeper and have maybe more difficult conversations. I think it's time for that.
Yes.
Oh.
We've eased you guys in for the last year. Now it's time to pull out the dig deeper card.
Yeah, I think we can again circle again all these topics and dig deeper on all of them. Just
Yes.
definitely because there's like I still have a lot of questions, opinions, and uncertainty about like education and finances. Fuck, because I've made some mistakes. I mean, I can share them with you. I don't care. I might need the advice because
Right.
I mean, I just don't know what I don't know. So as I experience things, those become the topics. So
Mhm.
that kind of leads to Fuzzy Bunny's question with the logistics. How has being consistent felt planning and scheduling? So do you want to lead with that, T?
Yeah. So for me, it's been a fluctuation, really, because I feel like there's times where I'm like fully dedicated and I'm like, "Ooh, I'm gonna plan the shit out of this episode." And then there's times where I'm like, "Well, we're just gonna wing it and see what happens." And and believe it or not, like planning or no planning, it's gone
Mm-hmm.
great either way,
Mm-hmm.
because I think honestly, mainly because of y'all watching us, and how you guys have incorporated into our conversations and things like that. But like also like with the three of us, like again, the differences of opinions, and we're comfortable with calling each other out, and things like that. So like I feel like as long as we know what topic we're going to talk about, the planning part's been easier and easier, but it has kind of fluctuated as far as like how much planning I've done. For sure.
And it's funny because like getting behind the scenes with how we planned it out, we throw out topics, and apparently we all work well under pressure because we don't actually go into possible like questions and things that we want to say regarding that topic until literally a couple hours before we go live. Like
Mhm.
just before we went live today, we're over here doing homework of like, oh,
I know.
we're gonna write this. Yeah, I want to say this.
Bianca literally said, I feel like I'm doing homework. I said, you are.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes
more
I
of
have
a
like a
pop
notebook that
quiz.
I'm like, what is my high? Every fucking episode, all three of us were like, fuck, what's the high? What's the low? But also we do that sometimes with the topic itself, just because we got as far as planning the topic, but not the content of it. So
Right.
sometimes we do wing it. Sometimes we're like, oh,
Yeah.
Today was more of a pop quiz. It wasn't quite homework.
yeah.
And honestly, like the moments that we have where we're just talking and not really thinking about what's planned or what questions next or whatever it may be, and we just kind of let it go with the flow, those are actually my favorite moments on here. So I would say to his question, like, we're not as consistent as you guys may think we are.
And I honestly say, like, I feel like sometimes even doing the planning is kind of a waste of time, because I feel like there'll be a list of questions like, oh, we're going to talk about this and this and this and this. And then it's like the second question takes us way far left. And it's like, none of that even we did. So we can turn this into a whole other episode because we still got all these questions to ask. Like, that it can kind of be that situation too. I feel like a lot of times we jump off the deep end or go on a tangent about something, or something becomes funny and then it's twisted, and so it's totally different.
I love that though.
It
I
is.
love those
It
moments.
makes it fun.
Yeah. Real quick, Unc said, I wish I stayed in school longer to understand some of y'all's vocabulary. Had to look up some words y'all said sometimes. And then Jada Countessa is asking, when is the merch dropping?
That's a really good question, but I'm gonna ask the question back to y'all. Do y'all even want the merch? Because
Yes.
who wants to sport It's No Secret?
Yes, because what if we make it and then y'all motherfuckers
And then
don't
nobody
want it?
fucking buys it. Now I gotta wear a new T-shirt every night to bed to get used to it.
I don't want it to be a pajama shirt. I want it to be, like. Oh, Fuzzy Buddy said the ability to naturally roll with things speaks to y'all's synergy. Absolutely.
Love it.
I agree 1,000%.
Yeah, like I said, we work well under pressure and we are flexible with our topics. So it helps when we have good co-hosts.
And the fact that y'all can't tell.
Yes.
I actually like that Nikita asked the question about the merch dropping, because I want to talk about the future a little bit and kind of say, like, the best is yet to come, right? So what are some future goals that you guys have, or dream guests that you guys would want to have on the show?
I think one big thing is more viewers, more participation.
Please.
So there's only so much that we can do to get the word out for everyone to watch us, but maybe that merch isn't a bad idea. Maybe y'all can help us spread the word by wearing the merch, because I think amping up the viewers is definitely a goal.
Yes, that is definitely a goal for mine for next year.
It's a highlight of my day sometimes when people approach me about the podcast and I had no idea that they were even watching or have watched before. Sometimes I get quoted back and I'm like, you said you heard me say that? My bad.
Like, oh shit, I did say that out loud.
You did say that,
on
right?
Camera, on the internet.
Right.
What about you, Shar? What are some of your goals?
To be a little bit more consistent. My life is wild. If you don't know, I am a sports mom, and that consumes a lot of my time and energy. But yeah, trying to make sure that I stay a little bit more consistent. And I'm just ready for a big year next year. I want it to be like explosive big. Nothing but great things, positivity, and just growth.
Yes. You guys want to know my goal? My goal is to get Shari to move to San Antonio so that we can get a studio where we're actually together doing this instead of, in separate places. That's
Yeah.
my ultimate goal.
Fuzzy Bunny kind of tapped on that and was like location podcasts. I would
Maybe.
like for us to be all in the same camera.
Yes, that's
So
what I want.
that's our goal for next year.
If anything, it's same multiple cameras, so we have angles.
And make sure you get my good side. But yes, I would like to see all three of us in the same fucking room.
Yes, it's gonna happen someday. I just don't know when. Look at Shari; she's staying real quiet right now.
Wishful thinking.
What
What about?
said she's ready for a theme song or a jingle?
Yes,
I
I'm working
agree.
on it. I'm working on it. I'm trying to find the
What
right.
should it be? If we were a theme song of an existing show, what theme song would it be?
So I wouldn't say of a show. There's
Okay.
actually this new song that came out. It's this group called Frequency that I listened to. They were on the Netflix show Building the Band. They were the winners of that show. And they just released a song called Click. And it's about the three of them and their clique. And each verse gives like a backstory on each girl that's in the group. And it's just so fitting, and it's like upbeat and happy, and something you can twerk to. So like that song, if you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. But that, I feel like something like that gives a little background on us individually, but talks about how we come together in the hook. Yeah.
Golden Girls. Thank you for being a friend. But I think that's a really good idea because we do have that 2-minute countdown every morning. Oh, every episode that gives everyone that chance to get on live. It's like, hey, it's not automatically, we're not automatically live. We're giving you some time to load the computer, share, share the podcast before getting on.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's work on a jingle.
Real quick, we're almost at the hour, so I think Instagram's going to cut off soon. So if you are watching on our Instagram live, make sure you guys hop onto our YouTube and our Facebook. We are going to go a little bit over today because I want to make sure we cover everything we wanted to cover. Any other theme songs that you guys can think of? Knight Rider.
Knight Rider theme song.
Perfect timing, Ung. Perfect timing.
I don't know.
Smack a bitch. Shari's like, "Ooh, I like that." That's
like
type of girl.
Aw, Gabe said, "Hey, ladies, great show.
Hi, brother.
I'm thinking to start or back that ass up, so you know the run to the comments." Oh man,
those are great. Those are great suggestions.
Did
Maybe
you
we
have
can do a mix of some things?
Did you have one in mind, B?
No, I asked a question I didn't have the answer to.
I just asked because I wanted y'all to tell me. So going back, what are some dream guests that you guys would want? Like, if you could have anyone, if anyone
Beyonce.
would be like, "Yes, I'm coming on the podcast for free, no problem," who would it be?
God.
Ow.
Breezy.
Just a wish. Breezy.
Crazy.
Well, if we're doing that, fucking Sabrina Carpenter. Let me get my wife on here.
Honestly, I was surprised you didn't say that like just right off the bat.
I was trying to be humble, but I'm like, we'll see.
I would say my future ex-wife too, Kaylani.
Unk said me. He really wants to be a guest, and you know what?
Be a guest.
We're gonna have to make it happen.
She'd have got to say Michelle Obama. She would actually be real cool to interview. I would definitely be for that.
So I think we should just tell Ankh now, like January, be ready.
Yeah. What day are you free where you're not playing darts?
Or bingo. Or anything else.
Or going out. You can drink on the show. Just
show up on time.
Just show up, sir. Who else would I want? I don't know if you guys know of Snow the Product. Have you guys ever heard of her?
Love her.
Yes.
Even though I don't speak Spanish, I actually have quite a few of her songs.
Okay. I would love to have her on the podcast. Believe it or not, I actually commented on one of her TikToks yesterday and she responded back to me, and I was like tempted to be like, "Hey, I need you on my podcast." But
I
I
do
was like,
like
let me
when
not send
artists
them.
do respond back. So it's like, so you're saying there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance. It's funny too, because she responded back to my comment of me asking her to make a song with Kehlani.
Hmm. That means it's in the works.
Well,
Love
she
it.
said if when I become more famous, and I'm like, more? But yeah, I would love to have Snow the product on here just because like I respect her hustle. Like she's been an
Yeah.
independent artist. All of her fame and glory has come because of her hard work. And
Mhm.
nobody gave her shit. And she fucking built her recording studio on her parents' farm and does her own podcast. And so like, yeah, I would love to
Mm.
have her on.
Nikita said Meg. Fuck yeah.
The Stallion? Hey.
The Stallion, baby.
Leg the Stallion. Unc said Wednesdays is usually good. Just sometimes they ask me to fill in to play. Well, nope.
If we schedule you got to tell them no.
Yep.
Like we take priority. That's what it is.
We are number one, sir.
That's how we stay consistent.
Actually, even when you play, you should just put us on the phone and have it, listen. Or tell the bar to just play us. No, just kidding.
Oh God. Just make sure you tell me when they do so I can do my hair and makeup.
That's fair. That's fair. Any new directions that you guys want the show to go in? Aside from in a studio.
Oh, I don't know.
That was my answer. Yes. Up.
Yeah, I think a studio would be really good because sometimes our backgrounds be changing. I've had to change my studio a couple times. If y'all followed me through that journey.
I keep it virtual.
Yeah. I think that'd be really good.
Yeah.
I do like this comment displaying on the side. So can we talk about that? Because I think that's something that I would like to keep.
Yeah. I think it's a great idea.
I'm keeping that.
I just want more people in there.
All right, so fuck our audience. Cool.
No, not fuck our audience. Goddamn. No. But we talked about having more subscribers and listeners live, especially live. Because I know other people listen outside of the live, but it's nice to have them during the live.
Yeah.
All right. So we are past the top of the hour. There is one last little thing I wanted to do with the girls before we sing happy birthday. And that is what I like to call a time capsule message. So what I'm going to have each of us do is give ourselves or each other, the show, a message that we are going to then replay for everyone on our 2nd year anniversary.
Oh God.
So it is a message for future you. Anyone want to go first? Oh, thanks, Tai Tai.
Go first, T.
Me? Okay. I actually wrote mine down because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Okay.
So I wanted to say, like, we have turned random ass conversations into like a real community and a really safe space for not just us, but the people that are watching as well. And this is stuff that I've heard from their mouths, right? Things that people have said to me about the show. It may not be a lot of people, but the few that we do have been solid and have been there and are really a part of this community that we're building. So I want all of us to just remember the beginning, right? Remember the nerves and the excitement and how we felt and the questions that we asked. But also like look at where we are now and look at what we're doing and what we have committed to. And, this is Bianca's longest relationship. I mean, like we will forever be that for her because we're going to keep going. And so, just look at you now kind of moment is what I want to definitely portray. And then just for us as individuals is just like, keep talking your talk, keep being you, keep providing the therapy that we need, because it really is my therapy. And so I'm hoping that a year from now, I can still look at this and appreciate all of the shit that we went through at the beginning and what I'm sure we're going to go through for the next year again. So like we didn't come this far to play small. So let's make this bigger.
I love that. Very well said.
Thank you. Who's next?
B.
Okay. Just look at her face. I'm all okay.
That was totally it. Not me. Not it.
I'm not gonna lie to you. At first, I thought you said me,
Mm-mm.
but
B.
then I realized you said B.
Oh, so me.
B. Said
You said me too.
I was like, okay, go, Shari.
no,
No, she
on
said
you,
B.
darling.
Okay. Well, this is why I wanted T to go first, because she always like says it so beautifully and she kind of sums up everything. So
Sorry.
we're literally just going to be piggybacking off of what you're saying.
Okay.
But mostly we kind of said it in the middle of our show, is that a lot of the topics that we talked about this year, they were surface level. They were an introduction. They were creating that sense of community. And again, we kind of go through these scenarios. We talk about topics that inspire us because of things that we're going through. So as we have built this community of It's No Secret, we have become more comfortable for us to talk out loud about things and for the viewers to comment and call us out and encourage us and support us and, kind of disagree with us. We've made that, community for that to happen. So as the next year comes around, some of these topics we're going to talk about again, and we're going to talk about them in different ways. And I can't wait to see the growth and the different views that we experience, because that's basically what drives these topics. The things that we experience next year are going to be on a much deeper level. So hopefully, with that being said, our viewers grow and they give us that encouragement and support and advice for the topics that we talk about, because we know that we're not alone when we talk about these things. So we create that, that group to say, hey, we're here. We know exactly what you're talking about. Talk about this next. We're giving our viewers a platform to do it too.
It's a safe space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautifully said, B.
Thanks.
Your turn, Shar. Don't
I'm
fuck
not,
up.
I'm not going to be as long-winded as you guys. I love you guys, but no need to repeat. I'm just going to say, buckle up, bitches.
Buckle up, bitches.
Buckle up, bitches.
All right. With that said, it is time. So each of us has a little dessert that we are going to use to sing happy birthday to It's No Secret today. And we want all you guys to sing along.
In the comments.
In the
line by
comments.
line.
I need you guys to sing in the comments. Data Contessa said, I know that when you lovely ladies look back on this episode, it will seem so nostalgic and maybe a bit cringe, because your growth will be amazing. So true, because that's how I feel about episode
cringier,
1.
the more growth.
I'm like, so true, because that is exactly how I feel about episode 1. And
and Deshawn, yep, in IG said congrats.
No, thank you. All right, so we got our dessert. I went with red velvet because that's my favorite. And it has cream cheese frosting. That is very specific. That is what I like. What do you guys have?
I did carrot cake, and I did get the one for our 1 year anniversary.
I love it.
Because I don't do chocolate, so carrot cake, my fave.
We have to talk about that. We can talk about that after hours. I have homemade brownies.
Love.
We made. Yes.
He doesn't have a candle, so we'll just light ours.
So she could just blow us.
I'm going to light mine.
Off camera in case I catch something else on fire.
Fire hazard.
We do not need nothing going up in smoke tonight, okay?
Except us and our podcast.
Because I can see the mic being a problem.
Oh, shit, I blew out my candle.
I'm moving the mic away, I promise. My mom said I can play with fire tonight.
Did she? I can ask her. She's in the chat. All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
Time to sing happy birthday. 1,
Ready?
2, 3. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to us.
us. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday to
to
us.
us. Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday to
dear It's No Secret Podcast. Yeah.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to us.
Woo. All right,
And
make a wish.
Blow
more.
everybody.
And make a wish. Good job, Shar. Yay.
I do want to call out something because I literally thought about it a while ago, but we don't have time. But we have to do our jar.
No, that's for our for New Year's.
Oh, are we doing it for New Year's?
We're doing it for New Year's. Because we started it on New Year's.
We did?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was my New
You
Year's
gotta watch back the
resolution.
episodes, Shari.
It's been a long time.
That was not our first episode. Go to episode, I think it was 4.
Here she go.
Sorry.
3.
And many more.
Thank you.
Fuzzy Bunny sang in Spanish. He sabe.
Gracias.
I don't know about you bitches, but I'm about to eat this thing on camera.
Thank you. Well,
Eat dinner
while
first.
she's eating, guys, thank you guys for the support for the entire 52 weeks that we've been doing these episodes. There's 52,000 more because Jada Countessa is always dreaming big for us. So we're going to go ahead and agree with her on that. Thank you for joining us for the year of creating this community. And we hope for another 52 come back to our second birthday party. T, do you want to close us out or you want to enjoy that cupcake? Because I'll close
I'm
us
eating
out.
my cupcake, bitch.
She ate the cake.
If y'all are not already, you can support us by liking, follow, and subscribing to us on our social media. That's Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at It's No Secret Podcast. And if you can't join us for our live stream every Wednesday, then you can definitely listen to us on our Spotify and Apple podcasts. And if you'd love to see our lovely faces, then you can rewatch our episodes on YouTube as well.
And remember, it's no secret. We are here to stay.
Goddamn right, bitches.
Bye.
Bye.